It's your girl Imani Chanel, and this is Women Boss Wednesdays. Today we have my girl Julia Badji.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, love. How are you?
Good.
That's good. Okay, so why don't you tell us about yourself and your business?
So my name is Julia. I own the Badji Body Spa. It is a non-surgical body contouring spa. We've been open for almost 2 years now. Woo woo, yeah. So yeah, we do non-surgical body contouring. We also sell products. I also teach courses. So yeah, it's like a big all-in-one education, products, and services.
I love it. I love it.
Mhm.
Okay, so what made you want to be an esthetician?
So I actually am not an esthetician. That's actually why I got into body contouring
Yeah.
because body contouring, at the moment, you don't need an aesthetics license in order
Okay.
to do body contouring. So I was trying to look into something to get into. I went to school and I got my degree in biology, but I didn't want to have to go back to school for like a few years in order to use that biology degree. Because biology degree is like you have to go back to school unless you want to be like in the lab or something like that.
Trust me,
So
biology's a
yeah, so
lot.
I was like, and then aesthetics. I'm really not. I don't know. It's not really my passion. My passion is business. So I wanted to start a new business, and I wanted it to be something that I was passionate about. So when I came across body contouring, I was like, oh, I don't need to go back to school for this. I don't need my aesthetics license. I can just get certified and start doing it. That's why I decided to do body contouring. And then I was like, well, I'm going to make it into like a full on business, a full on spa. Just because, like I said, my passion is really business and also education. So I wanted to also incorporate that into something that I also believed in, that I also liked as a beauty service. So yeah, that was why.
Okay, so correction, guys, not esthetician, body contouring expert.
Yes. So to become certified in body sculpting, you can take my course, or there are plenty of other courses if you want to get certified. But you do not need any licensure at the moment. You don't need to be an esthetician. You don't have to have a laser licensure, nothing like that. If you want to get started with the body contouring.
Okay, so she just answered the next question because I was going to ask you about that BA in biology,
Mm-hmm.
but she basically just told us how that
Yes.
helped her. So
Yes. Yes.
hope you were
Yes.
listening. Okay, so what factors do you consider when you're like selecting different skincare products for clients or,
Yeah.
you know?
So as far as the products that I use, I actually created my own products. That was part of the reason why I created my own product line, was just because I couldn't find products on the market that were exactly what I was looking for. Just so that my clients get the best results possible. So I created a cold slim gel that I use for the procedures. Obviously, there's different reasons for like the formulations of what I use in reference to the machines that I use to make
Mhm.
sure that they work coincide with the machines that I use. But yeah, so I create my own slim gels, and I also have my own oils that I use. So I have the Big Butt oil. It's one of my most popular products.
Okay.
And so yes, I use that, but I created it because I wanted something that was like actually plumping, something that was actually going to help increase the results from the actual procedures themselves. So it was hard to find some on the market that I liked. I didn't really like the formulations for different reasons. Either they didn't have certain ingredients that I wanted, or they just like smelled funny, or stuff like that. So I made my own. So yeah, that's
So
how
it's
I
like nothing that
decided.
came like a little bit close, or it's just you was like, I need
Well,
to
there
make
were
some
there
myself.
were other products that were available, but not exactly what I wanted. So I was like, well, I might as well create what I want. And then plus, how I am in business is like anything that should be an expense, I want to try to turn it into income. So instead of having all these expenses, I want to try to reverse that and find a way to make it, like I said, income. So for me, I sell products, I create my own products, but I also use them in the spa. So normally an expense for me would be buying products. So buying the products to work on clients. But now that I create my own products,
You
it's not an
eliminated that
expense
whole
for me.
expense.
Exactly, because I create them and I sell them. So they basically pay for themselves.
That's game. If you
Mm-hmm.
didn't know, that's game. Peep it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is a pretty long one.
Okay.
So, although body contouring has always been around, I feel with the rise of social media, we have been seeing a significant increase in the demand for body modifications. So, how important do you believe it is for body contouring in today's world with women's mental health and their physical health?
I actually think body contouring is really, really important. And the reason why I say that is because as of right now, so many people have really unrealistic views of what their body should look like, of what bodies should look like. And the biggest option that most people are turning to is surgery. And as everybody knows, like nothing against surgery, but surgery can be dangerous. And sometimes
It's
people,
evasive.
it's invasive. It can be very dangerous, especially if you don't go to the right person. And the other issue that I have with surgery is people are going to get surgery to look like unrealistic, like not even looking like themselves, like to look like a totally different person. And I think that it's important for us to appreciate who we are naturally and appreciate like what we look like and what God gave us. So with body contouring, I'm only working with what you have. I'm not adding anything, I'm not changing anything.
You're enhancing.
I'm enhancing, or I can take a little bit away. So I'm still working with your natural shape, with what you naturally look like. But I'm just, helping you shape it to where you want it to be. And there's two sides to it. Like you shouldn't feel bad for wanting to work on your body and perfect yourself. I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to perfect yourself. That's why I don't have anything against surgery at all. I don't think that there's anything wrong with wanting to be a better version of you or wanting to get rid of fat here or wanting to increase a little bit there. Just because, I mean, that's who we are as humans. I think every day you should be trying to become a better version of you. But I think that's the biggest thing is becoming a better version of you, not becoming a version of somebody else. And I think with a lot of these beauty standards, people go to surgery because they want to look like somebody else. They want to look like her, instead of coming in as yourself and saying, you know what, this right here has been bothering me. I don't really like it. Is there a way that we can work on this? And the second biggest thing with what I do is, like I said, it is non surgical, but it's also a lot safer. It's something that is gradual. And a lot of times when people come in, they're on like a health kick journey anyway. So it kind of pushes you to stay motivated with your diet, stay motivated with your exercise, because a lot of times, especially for women, we exercise and diet and we have this stubborn fat and it takes forever to like
I was
really
about to
see a
say it helps you
difference.
see those results.
Yeah, it takes forever to see the results, but with the body contouring, you literally see same day results. Now, it's about half an inch to an inch of difference. It's a little bit of difference, but it's more than what you would see in going to the gym for one day. So if you're still working out and you're doing your dieting, but you add body contouring along with that journey, you're going to reach your goals a lot faster, but in a safe way. I think that people think like surgery is like, oh, I'm just want something like drastic. I want something one day, not understanding that surgery, it takes months to recover. It takes months of downtime just to get back to your normal self, your normal schedule. The body contouring is no downtime. There's no pain associated. So you can get back to your regular schedule. But it is something that is gradual. Of course, you do have to come in multiple times. You do have to be consistent. But I mean, that's just with anything. If you want something that's natural and that's safe, it's not gonna be like a same day. You get what I'm saying? But I think it's a good alternative, and it's also a lot cheaper. So for women who can't afford surgery but they really want a difference, like for us, I feel like we change people's lives. Like I love seeing the difference on people, and I love seeing the gradual difference, like especially clients who are very consistent, like they're obviously going to see the best results. And so just for them to see that their consistency actually paid off and they actually saw something from that and they're reaching their goals or have reached their goals. Like I've had clients who couldn't fit into their wedding dresses fit into their wedding dresses. So stuff like that for me is like, it's just good to see that you're able to help people build their confidence, but they're still beautiful. Like every single last one of my clients that come in, I still tell all of them, like, you look beautiful, like you look amazing. Because they come in, with their insecurities and they're showing you these different parts of their body, but it's like we're all beautiful. All of our bodies are beautiful. Maybe you had a child, so you don't look the same. Maybe you got older, so you don't look the same. Maybe you used to look like this and now anything, you
We're
gain
women.
weight.
Our body
Right, we're
fluctuates a
women.
lot anyway.
Exactly. So, the biggest thing for me is to make women understand that you're already beautiful, number one. And then number two, yeah, but if there's certain things you want to work on, that's fine. Let's work on it. Let's find a healthy solution to your problem. So, yeah, that's
So you
really
didn't
my
convince me.
passion.
I'm about to go
Yes,
book because she
okay,
didn't
try
convince me.
a
Need
little
to
something.
get my little All right.
Something,
Well, some. Okay, so what made you want to start the Baddy Body Academy? And what is something that you can teach students at your academy that people can't learn anywhere else?
Yeah, so for me, education is it's always been very important to me. My mom is a teacher. My dad worked for the Department of Education. So growing up, education was always important. My father is West African, so he's an immigrant. And you know, immigrant parents are always like
Look.
school, 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 school. I wasn't growing up without going to school. I wasn't like I had to go to college. I had to get a degree. And even after I graduated, I remember my dad kept asking me like, "When are you going back? When are you going back? When are you going back?" And I finally had to tell him like, "Listen, I'm not going back. I
Stop
have a
playing with me.
business now. I'm doing well for myself." So, but it is something that has always stuck with me. And I think education is so important because even now, like I just took a class yesterday with someone about like leveraging credit. Like I'm always trying to learn myself because the more you know, the more you can do. And I feel like for me, when I was starting my spa, I had no idea what I was doing because what I learned in college obviously didn't translate to like the real world. What I needed to know then and there, you know, like
Mhm.
how to open up a spa, like how to do the permits,
They
the
don't teach you what you
licensures,
need to know you to get
construction,
there.
you know, stuff like that. Like you don't know those type of things, property. Like it's just so much that you have to learn that you already have to go out and learn on your own. So for me, I tried to put something together that would help people. Like I could teach them basically what I learned from my experiences, and you can actually put that into effect. So the biggest thing that I really focus on, I mean, obviously getting certified in body contouring. Many people can teach you body contouring, but for me, I took a really long time to perfect the technique. I took a really long time to perfect my products. And I also took a long time to really learn how to actually market these kind of services because you can have a great product, you can have a great service, but if you don't know how to market it, you're not going to make any
Not
money.
gonna
Like
nothing.
marketing is the most important thing that you can ever learn. Like about anything because if you can't market what you have, I promise you, you're not going to make any money. It doesn't matter. So, like people have terrible products and they're making more money than you because their marketing is amazing. You know what
I
I'm
am I
saying?
am in MBA right now.
Yes,
She's telling y'all the
seriously,
truth, okay?
seriously,
Concentration and marketing right now. She is telling y'all the truth.
exactly.
Market, market,
Exactly,
market.
exactly.
Please.
So that is one big piece that I incorporate in my courses. And I'm working on a lot of different courses right now just for people beyond just body contouring who want to get into the beauty industry. Just because as much as I've learned these past 2 years really translates to a lot of other fields in the beauty industry as well, not just body contouring. So yeah.
Yes. Okay, so go book your class if you have not,
Yes, Baddie
right?
Body Academy.
Baddy Body Academy. Okay, so was it hard creating and developing your own business, and do you think it's easier for women today?
Well, number one, yes, it is easier. I don't care what anyone says. Number
Look,
one, it is easier because
she said, "Get up."
now we have access to, I promise you, we have access to so much stuff. Like everything is at our fingertips. You literally have all of the tools that you need. You just have to wake up and go do it. Like you just have to literally utilize it, put the work in. I mean, building my business was definitely, it was, I mean, it's a challenge. Building any business is a challenge. Like, there's no business that you're just going to build and it's just going to be easy breezy. Like, you know, you put your money in and then it just, like,
Just
you know,
go up.
exactly. Like, it takes a lot of time, especially your business. Like, everything is testing, everything is like, you know, trying to see if this works. It doesn't work. Now, let's try to see if this works. Okay, this doesn't work. Now, let's try this. Like, there's so much testing that goes into building a business. There's so much risk that goes into building a business. I've made a lot of money. You know, I've lost a lot of money.
Look,
No, seriously,
there's
like
a
I've
flip
made a
side.
lot of money and I've lost a lot of money. So at the end of the day, the biggest thing is just to know your purpose and to know what you want to do with your business, what your goal is with your business, and keep working towards that goal. You can't let the downside keep you from continuing because like literally I remember when I was in college, I was in like this entrepreneurship program and they were like explaining like the life cycle of an entrepreneur and it was like this roller coaster
Yeah.
of like ups and downs, ups and
Ups and
downs, ups and
downs.
downs. And now that I'm in it, I really get it because you have these really high highs when you make like so much money. Like I made money that I was like, I never thought I would make this amount of money in a day. You know what I'm saying? And then I've lost like so much money. And I was like, I don't
And
know
go
if my
straight
business
into
is gonna
depression.
continue. Seriously, like it's very scary. I mean, owning a business is risky, but the biggest thing is you're always building, and that's what people don't really like explain to you when you build a business. It's not like you just build a business and then the business is good and it's
It's
running
never
and then
done.
it's like straight. It's never done. You're always building. Like right now I'm working on so many different things for my business, trying to expand it, trying to grow it, because your business is never done and everything changes. Like even with marketing, I had one ad that was doing like amazing and it was like ran it for like a year, and then after a year's time the numbers started to drop like crazy. And then obviously Facebook changed with their marketing and those type of things. Anything could happen. Like one of your, you know, your ad account could get disabled. Like there are just different things. Like sometimes certain marketing is working and then eventually it's not going to work anymore, and that's just like human nature. Like people might just get tired of your ad. Like they're tired of seeing it. They didn't seen it for a whole year. They need something new to refresh them. Or, you know, maybe this marketing system is not working anymore the way that it used to. So you constantly have to evolve. You constantly have to pivot. You have to make sure that your business is still following trends. It's still going with
Stay up to date with the
where
times.
exactly. You have to stay up to date, especially when it comes to the beauty industry, because we're always getting like new type of
Changing.
machines, new type of services, new type of products. Like new things are getting introduced to the market all the time. You have to keep up and make sure that you're still being up to date. And that's why learning is so important. And that's why education is so important. And that's why like constantly just trying to do your research and get more information and get better at what you're doing is so important, because it never stops. Like building your business never stops. But the biggest thing, I would say the most important thing with building your business is building a team, finding people that can work for you, that can do the job, and also letting go of certain things. Like I had to learn how to like, okay, what do I absolutely have to do and what can somebody else do for me? You get what I'm saying? Like what
That
do
makes sense.
I like, can I give this off to someone else? Can I trust them to do this so that I don't have to worry about this task and I can come over here and now worry about this? Because I had to get myself out of my spa. Like when I was first in my spa and I was in there working every single day, it's like literally having a 9 to 5
You
and
overloading
running a
yourself.
business at the same time. I wasn't sleeping. Like I literally go and I'm working all day, come home, I'm working all night. Like people don't really get it, like what it takes to run a business. Like I've literally had people ask me, like, well, if you're not at the spa, like what are you doing? I'm like, are you insane? Like, do you know
Like I have a life.
everything? You know everything that goes inside of running a business? It's constant, like constantly checking on your systems, working on, you know, getting your licensures, working on new things, like trying to build your business, working on marketing campaigns. Like it's a constant, even to like the little things. So finding people who can work with you or work for you to help you like make the load less, that's the way you can really build, because you can't build by yourself. You have to have other people like working with you who can help you build your vision. If you wanted to be big, like if you wanted to just keep it like a small, like if I wanted to just
Then
sit
keep doing your thing.
and you know, have my own little suite and just do my own services and keep it at that, then I would be fine. But my reasoning for starting my business, because I have a passion for business, and this just so happens to be an industry that I'm also passionate about, and I can incorporate all of my passions into. So you know, that's what I'm doing. But the business part of it is what really like excites me. So I don't want to be stuck in my spot every single day and all I have to do is there. I also want that freedom too, right? Like I
Of
want to
course.
be able to work from
You want to feel
home
like the
or work
boss
from
that
here.
you are.
Yeah, like I'm here with you today
Yeah.
interviewing and my spa is still running. Like we're still
Period.
making money right now. So it's like, you know, you want that as well. You want to have, you want to work hard, but you want to have some type of freedom. Because when I see those people who like are working
Do it
so
all.
hard. And they're like, you know, it's hard work, and they're just working so hard and they're making a lot of money, but they're working so hard. I'm like, okay, I don't want to be that person. Like, I want to make a lot of money, but I don't want to like work like a dog for the rest of my life.
If that was the
Like,
case, you've been better off just go get a 9 to 5. You must
exactly,
go get that 9 to 5.
exactly. And don't get me wrong, I'm still in the building phase right now. So, like I said, you're always in a building phase, but I'm definitely still in like the beginner stages. I mean, I've only had my business for almost 2 years now, so a little bit less than 2 years. So I'm still growing, and I still can't really step back completely from my business. Like I still have to be very involved, and I still have to work my butt off right
Yes, look,
now,
it's okay.
my butt off right now. But you know, it's like you're working towards, you know what you're working towards. Like I said, know what you're working towards. I'm working towards money and freedom
Have a
with
goal.
my business. Exactly. Have a goal, know your purpose, know what you're working towards.
How hard is it to brand and market your business and to keep it relevant?
Yes. I mean, it's a full-time job. Branding and marketing is a full-time job. Definitely, I would personally say. So I just got a virtual assistant who helps me with one of my social media accounts. Then at the spa, I have the girls who work at the spa post on that social media account. So I'm not running all of my social media accounts. I have two social media accounts that I don't run for my businesses, and then I do run my own personal Instagram, which obviously just running one Instagram is a full time job.
Right. Look,
Getting
honestly.
content, getting stuff together, like it's a lot. You want to have somebody who's also helping you. So if you know that you're not good at creating visuals and creating graphics and posting on Instagram, then you should get people who are going to do that for you. So you can get a virtual
Build a team.
assistant. You can have other people who are posting on your social media, who are creating those posts for you on social media. Obviously, if you do want to do it yourself, there's a lot of resources, Canva, Etsy, those type of places where you can get stuff pre-made or templates that you can just kind of edit for your business. But it is a full-time job. If you really want to have good marketing and branding, I definitely recommend having a team. So content number one, if you have a lot of content, then they have something to work with. So they have something they can actually use. I still like to be pretty hands-on with my content. Like I try to make most of my content just because I know my vision that I have for my
You know
business.
what you want it to look like.
Exactly. And I know that if I'm able to create it, then they're able to then use that. And then as far as branding goes, I mean, branding is not difficult. Like obviously you have to get a logo. Obviously you want to have those kind of things. The biggest thing is trying to make your business look professional. So if you want to have a professional looking business, one way to really work on your own branding and marketing is by looking at other businesses. So not like stealing, copy and pasting, going to somebody else's business and taking
Just
it
a
and doing it for
little
your
there and
own.
a little here.
Exactly. But if you, for example, want to start a candle business, you can go to one Instagram and you might see like, okay, I like their packaging. Go to another one. Okay, I like their logo. Okay, go to another one. I like their branding. One of them, I like their website. You can take different pieces from each of those companies and making it as something for your own. And it doesn't have to be the same business. Like for me, I look at a lot of lash girls. So since I'm in the beauty industry, there's a lot of lash girls who have been around forever who are really like killing it. And so I look at a lot of them that I aspire to kind of be as big as they are in the body contouring scene and just take some type of things that they do as far as like, maybe their type of reels that they do or their website or different things like that. So branding and marketing, it has to look good. It has to be professional. If you have professional looking branding, professional marketing, people are gonna trust you. They're gonna trust you to spend their money with you. They want to know that this is a reputable company. They want to know that it is quality products, a quality brand. So if you do have good branding, good marketing, then they feel more confident spending their money with you. Because like we talked about, there's a lot of scammers out here
Right, because don't nobody
nowadays.
want to deal with the ghetto.
It's a lot of scammers. It's a lot of
Mm.
scammers, and the biggest thing is, people are more wary of where they spend their money, how they spend their money. They're like, is this real? Is this gonna work? Is this legitimate? So the more legitimate your branding and marketing looks, that's the less work you have to do convincing people to buy your product or get your service or come to whatever, go to your class. Like if they can see it and they're like, okay, this looks really well put together, this person knows what they're talking about, then they're gonna trust you to actually come and spend their money with you.
Yes, ma'am. Because, like I told her, I don't get here from online no more. I like to go in the store.
Yeah,
It's just a lot more face to face,
exactly.
professionalism. Like she said, I know what
Exactly.
I'm getting,
Exactly.
exactly what I'm getting.
Exactly. And especially in Atlanta. I mean, the biggest thing with Atlanta, I love Atlanta. Like, I moved here because I knew as a Black woman, a young woman, I would be able to start a business from scratch and be successful and really build here. And I've been able to do that. So I love the city of Atlanta for that. But one of our biggest downfalls is professionalism. There's a lot of unprofessionalism in Atlanta. So being professional really will help you stand out, especially online, because obviously if you're doing an online business, which is farther beyond just your own local market, you want to make sure that your branding online and your marketing is on point and also just cohesive. Like make sure you have a color palette. Make sure you're keeping
Yes.
everything in the same family. Yeah.
Big on cohesive. Very big on cohesive. Because some people, you go to their pages and it's like rainbow,
Yeah.
colorful everywhere.
Yeah.
What am I looking for? Are you doing this? Are you doing that? Like, it's good to stay. I want to know what I'm trying to get.
Exactly.
Okay, so what's some advice you would give the female entrepreneurs out there who are starting their own business or thinking about starting one?
So the biggest advice that I'm gonna give is the advice that I was given that I hated when I first got, which was just start. In college, I had to read this book that was called Just Start, and I was like, okay, obviously I know I have to start, but like where, like where do I start? Like
Somebody help me.
that's the biggest thing. I mean, I think the biggest thing is that hump. So like getting over that hump, like once you actually start, it pushes you to continue, number one, and it pushes you to actually figure out, okay, what do I really need? Like if you're trying to start something, you might start working on your YouTube channel and realize, oh shoot, I need mics. Oh shoot, I need lights. Oh shoot, I need a stand.
It
Like
happened.
you get what I'm saying? There are certain things that once you actually get started, you'll figure out what you need. You're not going to know everything that you need or everything that you have to do before you get started.
There's no way you
There's
can.
no way you can know. You have to start at least with one thing. And then once you start with one thing, you'll figure out, okay, I also need to get this. Okay, I also need to get that. And there's a lot of things that you can do that are very tangible, that are easy for anybody. If you want to start a business, number one, get your name, get your logo, get your website, get your LLC, get your EIN, get your business bank account, get your paperwork together. So that type of stuff is very easy. It's very straightforward. You can literally do that stuff on your own. It's not hard. And then you actually have something that's solid. You can say, okay, I have the name, I have the website, I have some content, start getting some pictures, videos, creatives, and you actually have something that you can then really build into, a real business, and actually start marketing it to people and start making money. But you have to start somewhere. So just start with your idea, first of all. And the biggest thing that's really important, I mean, if you don't know exactly what you want to do, get a good idea of what your purpose is. Like, what is your main focus? Do your research, figure out, okay, if I really want to start this, store, I want to start a store, open a clothing boutique. Like, okay, like what do I need to get? You can start doing research and start Googling, okay, what do I need to do to start an online or start an in-person store or online store or different things like that. You can start researching and getting information, but you do have to start. You can't do research forever. You can't just sit and plan forever. You have to at least get started and do something and start making steps towards your goals.
Because it's never going to be perfect.
It's never gonna be perfect.
You're never, people wait for that right time.
Exactly.
It's never going to be that right time.
Exactly. And at the end of the day, you're growing. You can always grow. I think it's more nervous now growing because back in the day we didn't really have social media like that. So like you could start something and nobody sees you starting it. Like nobody was looking at Jeff Bezos when he was in his daddy garage.
No.
You get what I'm saying? Like we didn't know what he was doing. We just
Not
know
at all.
Amazon is Amazon. You get what I'm saying? And we've seen it grow over the years, but nobody really thinks about it because you didn't watch his journey necessarily. So now it's a little bit more difficult because your journey is on like front page news. Like everybody can
The whole
see your
world
journey.
can look up your journey.
Exactly. But don't share everything. I think that's a really important thing. Like when I opened up my spa, literally I had my whole spa, everything. Nobody even knew I was doing the body contouring. Like some people knew, but I kept it really on the low. I didn't when I opened my spa, I posted it 2 weeks before my grand opening. And everybody was like, what the hell? You've been working on this for the past 5-6 months? Like people had no idea I was working on it, no idea I was doing it. And guess what? I was fully booked that first month that I opened, my grand opening. Like you don't have to share everything in order to have a successful business. You don't have to pre-warn everybody like, hey, just to let y'all know, like I'm about to start this business. Like you don't have to tell everyone everything. When you're building and when you're working on things, just kind of do that behind the scenes, like I said, and then when you're ready to actually launch it and announce it and share it with the world, then share it with the world. But I think that'll give you a lot less fear and like stress and anxiety of actually starting because people don't have to see you starting. Nobody even have to know that you're starting. You could be at home recording YouTube videos. I literally have recorded so many YouTube videos. I don't have a YouTube channel like yet. You know what I'm saying? Yet soon come. But like, you don't have to tell everybody what you're doing all the time. You could just start it, work on it on your own. When you're ready to share it, when you're ready to launch it, then put it out there for the world.
Yeah, because it's actually, we're women. Right now,
Yeah.
girls is running things, okay?
Yeah, they
So
are. They are.
y'all should be able to, we link. We all link, okay? I'm gonna
Yeah.
need y'all to get to one of these little, what's it called? These events, these little
Yeah.
girl boss events that's being thrown around
Yeah.
Atlanta, all these different things. Like it's
Yeah,
very
networking is important. If you don't already have a network, you need to create a network. So if you
yes.
don't already know people, you don't already have people you can reach out to, then you should be trying to find people or asking people, because that's a big thing too. Like, one thing that I do is I always, if I'm trying to start something new or work on something, I ask people, do you know somebody who does this? Do you know somebody who did this? Because learning from people who have already done it is going to be the best way to do it, because they actually have done it. They know how to do it. They can show you their process. Obviously, you might have to tweak it for your own personal. It's not going to be the exact same journey and process as theirs, but people will find these keys. Like if you do this, if you do that, you can really make a lot of money. There are different keys in business that can really turn your business up, depending on what your business is. And there are certain things that you have to learn. Like if you can learn from somebody else instead of trying to figure everything out by yourself, that's the best thing.
Okay, guys. Well, that was Julia Badji. Okay, y'all go follow her at Baddie Body Academy, Baddie Body Spa, Julia Bad, cause my sis is bad. Okay.